On August 29th in Dallas, a premeditated attack on law enforcement officers left 1 dead and 2 injured. The events of that evening would reveal a chilling plot that targeted those sworn to protect and serve. Just after 10 p.m., what began as a routine patrol spiraled into a violent confrontation that would leave Senior Corporal Carissa David critically injured and permanently blind, her colleague Officer Darren Burks dead, and another officer wounded. The perpetrator, 30-year-old Corey Cobb Bay, had carefully planned his assault, leaving a digital trail that would later expose the premeditated nature of his actions. The night's events began when Officer Burks approached a parked car in an ordinary parking lot. Unbeknownst to him, the driver, Cobb Bay, was waiting with lethal intent. As Burks neared the vehicle, Cobb Bay raised a handgun and fired, fatally wounding the officer. In a disturbing act, the assailant recorded the encounter on his phone, creating a grim record of his crime. At 10:12 p.m., Senior Corporal David arrived at the scene, unaware of the danger that awaited her. As she positioned her squad car at the parking lot entrance and stepped out, Cobb Bay unleashed a barrage of gunfire. David bravely returned fire, but the exchange ended in tragedy when a bullet struck her in the face, ultimately robbing her of her sight. The violence continued as Senior Corporal Jamie Farmer, who had arrived shortly before David, was shot in the leg by Cobb Bay, who had now switched to a shotgun. The assailant then fled the scene, leading to a tense pursuit that ended in Louisville, where Cobb Bay was fatally shot by officers after he exited his vehicle and approached them with the shotgun. As investigators pieced together the events of that night, they uncovered evidence on social media that pointed to Cobb Bay's premeditated intentions. The arsenal recovered from the scenes, 2 shotguns, a .22 caliber handgun, and a 9mm handgun, further underscored the planned nature of the attack. For Senior Corporal David, the aftermath of the shooting meant weeks in the hospital, followed by her release on September 19th. Now facing a future without sight, she embarks on a long journey of recovery and adaptation.